Hey y'all, Queen Quasia back with another video. And as you can see, we are getting a facial. No, this is not my first facial, but this is the first African-American esthetician I've been to, and this is my second facial from her. It took me over a year to find her. I had to do my research. I needed to know what to expect, you know? For the longest, I used to think that self-care was just face masks, bubble baths, a little retail therapy, getting your nails and toes done, you know? Like a little treat for yourself after a long week of work or, a little time away from the kids, Baby, I had to learn that yes, all those things are still self-care. However, it's much deeper than that. It's checking in with myself daily, sometimes more than once a day. It's speaking to myself with love, setting boundaries and protecting my energy, putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. It's knowing when to say no without feeling guilty. It's choosing me. I think if everybody stopped and chose them just for 24 hours, this world wouldn't be so chaotic. So let me ask you, how do you set your boundaries to protect your peace? Answer in the comments. I want to know. It really took me a minute to realize that self-care was me walking away from anything that drains me. It's choosing peace over drama, rest over burnt out, and alignment over approval for me. So that leads me to my next question. Do you have any self-care rituals that you do with your family or friends? You know where to leave your comment. The absolute best part once I started my self-care journey was how everything started to fall in place and the universe just been removing the make space. Amen. But when you start doing good with anything, the devil is always lurking around the corner. Some days will be more challenging than others. But as you already know, nothing worth having was built overnight. And anything worth having won't come easy. What's one self-care habit that you can say that has changed your life? Mine is falling back, it's taking a step back and allowing the chips to fall where they may. I'm not forcing nothing but these blackheads up out my face, okay? Because if the universe felt like removing whatever it is that I had and it felt like I didn't need it no more, I'm trusting the universe. That's that. Life has a way of closing doors that we thought will always stay open. Because when one door closes, 3 more may open. Now, all 3 may not be the door for me, but at least give me 3 more options of choosing something better than what the universe already took from me, okay? Sometimes it feels like a complete loss. And other times, it feels like freedom. But every ending just makes space for something new. New friends, a new journey, a new path, a new person to get to know. We hold on to things that no longer serve us because they feel familiar. They're comfortable. And nobody really likes to be uncomfortable. Change can be uncomfortable. Change asks you to trust the unknown. And looking back at it now, the best times that happened in my life came from moments I never even saw coming, for real. Think about it like this. What if letting go was the first step to something better, something new, something fresh, something that you've always prayed for? But you will never know if you're still holding on to what's damaging you, what's hurting you, and what's not helping you excel. Now, this could be anything. A job, a habit, a relationship, a family member, anything. Like a time I had to walk away from a friendship over 20 plus years due to greed. That friend chose greed over loyalty, greed over respect, greed over morals. It was crazy. Now, at that time, I was not on a self-care journey and everything could have went any kind of way. But in that moment, I literally had to think about my kids, because where would they be had I chose to react off of emotion instead of sitting here thinking logically? Yeah, they reached out a few times after that, but where are we going from here? I no longer trust you. I don't trust you with a hair off my leg no more than I trust you with anything else. So you already proved yourself. So I'm not going to sit here and be dumb to do that all over again. No, thank you. So that brings me to my next question. Have you ever had to choose you over something or someone? One thing I love about self-care, it's going to show you who's really for you. When you start choosing yourself, setting boundaries and protecting your peace, some people are going to fall off. And that's okay. Listen. Everybody is not meant to go where you're headed, even though you want them by your side. Your destiny is not meant for their destination. You can't be afraid to let people go, especially if they're draining you, disrespecting you, or holding you back. You don't owe nobody your energy but you. Now, if you anything like me, you watched your parents growing up put everybody first before themselves, whether it was you as the kids, the household, the job. My mom, she a rider. She used to work at the VA hospital and she used to work at the airport cleaning airplanes. And if she wasn't there doing extra overtime, she was volunteering at the VA hospital. Like, my dad, he chose crack, so whatever. The beginning of his self-care journey went a little differently, but yes, he got his life together now. He is back on track and he is doing amazing, a phenomenal job. But I had to put that in there because that was a part of my motherfucking childhood. That could be why I have abandonment issues now, but whatever, moving right along. But back to just them putting everything before themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't have no time for self-care, really. They didn't even think about, what self-care could have been. So now here I am just trying to unlearn putting other people before myself, putting other things before myself, putting a job before myself. Like, and self-care, it's not selfish. It's survival. Like, I can't pour from an empty cup. Like, how do you expect me to give what I don't have, what I didn't have the chance to replenish in myself? And I refuse to run myself into the ground just to prove that I'm strong. I owe nobody nothing. Self-care is also a spiritual journey. Whether it's prayer, meditation, journaling, or just sitting quiet with your own thoughts, you must stay aligned with something that's bigger than you. When I stopped forcing things and started trusting that what's meant for me won't miss me, my life started getting a whole lot easier. Now, please don't get the idea that I'm riding on a unicorn hopping from rainbow to rainbow. No. The universe just has been working with me and not against me. Like, I don't have to question anything no more because it's already right there in front of my face. Like, if the universe says it's for me, it's going to be planted in front of my face. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've learned just to be thorough with what I ask for and what I pray for. It's like you just can't talk on the surface no more. You have to really get down deep and then the rooted to the tutor with God when you asking him, or with the universe and when you asking them what you expect. Like, you have to really know what you want. Say it with everything in your body. Like, you got to believe that you already got it when you're asking for it. You got to believe it's already yours. Like, you about to get it in the mail tomorrow. You understand? I ask with confidence and I believe with all faith I have. Because if he planted that seed for me to think about, I already know he made a way for me to have it. Like, because I wouldn't have thought about it. I wouldn't have thunk it if he didn't think that I can have it and obtain it. He already made the way. For the longest, I used to pray out of fear. Because I didn't know how to get myself out of the situation that I was in, or I didn't know how to fix the problem that I was having, Or I just didn't know how to communicate what I was trying to relay, asking God for things that I wasn't sure he was really going to come through with. But baby, let me tell you, when you know who you are and whose you are, you stop questioning whether you're worthy or whether you deserve it or whether this was meant for you. Like, everything you ask for, you deserve, is meant for you. And yes, you are worthy of it all. I have faith knowing that God is going to always make a way for me because he always has. Because I trust him even when I don't see the vision. I trust him even when I don't know the path. I trust him. And when things don't go as planned, I know God's plan is still greater. So I trust him. So if you've been doubting yourself or even questioning yourself, stop it now. Tell me, what's something that you're trusting God with right now? Drop it down in the comments and let's claim it together. Let's manifest this together. I want y'all to try something, right? For the next 24 hours, I want you to put yourself first. I want you to say no when you need to. I want you to take breaks without feeling guilty. And I also want you to check in with yourself. Journal how you're feeling. Write it down. Put some sticky notes around. Then come back and tell me how it felt. So let's touch back on how detailed and specific you got to be when you're talking to God and the universe. So you can't just say, God, send me love, amen. Because he just might send you a gerbil that loves you to feed him. He might send you that baby that you forgot you prayed about a few years back. Love comes in all forms, in all shapes, in all sizes. And some of the love is just not what you need. I would advise you to say something along the lines of this. God, send me a love that is healthy, a love that is reciprocal, a love that aligns with my purpose and the same with my success. Like, you can't just pray for God to give you more money. You understand? Like, you have to pray for financial wisdom. You have to pray for multiple streams of income. You have to pray with opportunities that align with who you are and what you want to become. So let's rewind and go back to praying out of fear. God, please don't let this happen to me. Or, God, why is this happening to me? Now let's change that dynamic and pray out of faith. God, I trust that whatever happens happens is leading me exactly where I need to be. You hear the difference? One of those prayers come out of a place of anxiety, and that other prayer comes out of a place of trust. You don't want to pray to that man with anxiety on your heart. You want to pray to that man with trust in your body. Now tell me, which one do you think gets faster results? Now we praying and asking God for all of these signs, not realizing God has already showed us what we needed to see. We're human. We just didn't want to see it. That relationship you had to let go of, that job that wasn't working out for you, that friend who switched up on you. Baby, that wasn't rejection. That was God in the universe redirecting. Self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary. So today, I hope you take a moment just for you because you deserve it. See y'all later. Thanks for watching.